Hi, I'm Joanne Banko. I'm an author, designer, and a sewing educator. And today we're talking t-shirts. And in particular, we're thinking about t-shirts from the 70s. How many of you remember in the 70s, it was common to see t-shirts everywhere. Everybody from babies and children to grandmas and grandpas were wearing t-shirts. You know, the decades before that, 50s, 60s, you know, t-shirts were pretty much relegated to, you know, maybe younger people, but by the 70s, they really became mainstream. The thing is, though, when you think about those t-shirts, they were not very many embroidered ones. What we had was a lot of iron-on transfers. And you could even go into a custom shop and choose your t-shirt and choose something that you wanted to personalize that t-shirt with. And it was all about expression. Now today, take a look at what we've got. We have the ability now to embroider our expressions and add designs to those expressions, add lettering, customize with words and embroidery designs. And it's just so much fun to be able to do that from the comfort of your own home. Now we have a lot of things built into our machines, but we've also got the opportunity to use embroidery software. So today I thought I'd start by showing you just a little bit of a computer embroidery software program that works for most home machine formats and allows you to put designs together with lettering. If you want to do something for, you know, a particular cause or an event, for clubs, groups, the sky's the limit. Use your imagination. You have the opportunity to mix and match words with designs and create your own original embroidered t-shirts and express yourself with stitches. So let's take a look at the software on the computer. I've already got the program up on the screen, and I'm actually going to show you the pink t-shirt that you see on the mannequin, and we're going to actually create that entire design. So let's get started with that. Move over to the computer, and I'm going to begin by selecting what we have as a circle tool. And you see on the screen, when I click it, I've got a little circle there. Let's switch over to the side where we see our fonts. Let's scroll down. I'm going to select the one that I used for my t-shirt, which is called Chalk. So let's take a look at what happens when I just simply rest my computer mouse on that font. You see a recommended pop-up window that tells me what would be the smallest size I could make this lettering and what would be the biggest size. That's very important because when you stitch lettering, it really needs to be appropriate for the actual font. So next thing is easy. We just click right in the upper text box, and I want to make this personalized for my sister. So I'm going to type in walking for my, oh, see what happens when you misspell? Yeah, you just go backspace and you see it before you stitch it. So that's a good thing too. Sister. And now I'm going to flip down. Oh, yep, we got another letter here. Let me fix that. See how easy that is to do that? We just click on the next row. And I'm going to type in the year that this event is for. And this is for a walkathon. And by the way, we actually do have spell check. If you have a program on your computer that is used for word processing, it will actually check the spelling for you as well. So that's a good thing. All right, now it's a simple matter of clicking the size that I want to change this to, and it told me what size I could get away with, and that was around that size. I'm going to click apply, and within seconds you're going to see that brought right up on the screen. We can change the color so that our letters are more clear. We can change the size of that circle and make that smaller or larger. We can even see what that design would look like right in the hoop that we want to stitch with. So Very often when you see designs done on t-shirts, they're done on a left chest area, and this allows me, oh, do I have another spelling mistake? I sure do. Okay, that's an easy thing to fix. And you know, sometimes you need your cheater glasses when you think you don't, but we'll fix that with a click right on the screen, and it will automatically fix that. Let's say we want to use this design next year. Well, again, you saw me, we could backspace, we could make that for 2016. We can even save this design so that year after year we could bring it back up. Now, what if I want to see what this looks like on an actual t-shirt before I stitch it? Whoa, we can do that too. We just click on Garment Templates, and we can choose a woman's t-shirt front. We can change the color if we want. We can click OK, and we can actually even change the size of that t-shirt so that we could view that. So let's click off of that for now and delete that t-shirt, because I want to add a design to it. I want you to be able to see that really, really clear and up close. So I'm going to bring that in a little larger. And what about designs? Where can we get designs from? Well, there's a whole lot of designs built right into this program, or we have the ability to bring in designs from the program or from another source. Now, I don't want to have birds on mine, so I'm going to select that, and I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to select the designs again, but this time I'm going to scroll down until I find that beautiful pink ribbon and simply add that in. Now, what about centering all this? That becomes an issue a lot of times for embroiderers. We always want to make sure things look pretty and look even. Well, we can do that with a couple clicks. Simply click on Arrange, and we're going to center that design very easily. We're going to flip over here and view that entire design with a realistic preview. So what you see is what you stitch. When you're done, we're done with the computer now. We would put our USB media in, save our design. I've already got my design loaded into the machine, and in a minute we're going to go over to the machine so you can see how I finish that up. But let's talk about prepping your t-shirt. It's all about stabilizing properly when you're going to do embroidery of any kind. So I have a few tips for you today on getting your t-shirt set up, ready, hooped, before you even get to the machine with embroidery. We've got some very special stabilizers that we want to consider using. My favorite is a fusible when I do knits. If you take a look at this piece of t-shirt knit that I have here, I have got part of this fused and part of it not fused. Look how stretchy that is. Look how firm that is. That's important. So testing, that's important too. What do we do when we've got a t-shirt that's a ready-made and we want to test the design? No problem. Go to the fabric store. Very often you'll find a very similar fabric, and you're able then to stitch out your test design on that. Think about that before you stitch. Consider if knits are too light in weight, then you may want to change the density of your design or get a beefier t-shirt. What about t-shirts that are difficult to hoop? Well, here's another tip for you. If you've got a plain t-shirt with no side seams, no problem. Take your scissors, slice that right up to the side, go all the way up to the arm, and you can lay that out flat. But what if you don't have it flat? Well, then you're going to do what I did here. You're going to put your stabilizer on the back. I like to use a template, and we can print templates from the software. We can print on regular paper or clear paper. And then all we do is secure that in the hoop before we're ready to stitch. We would turn this inside out, and then we just need to roll away the bulk of the fabric, put some clips to keep it out of the way. Let's go over to the machine, finish up the design that I already have on there, and you can see a couple more things that I did to my t-shirt. All right, let's wake the machine up, and we're just going to simply lower the presser foot, and we're going to press the start button and get this going. Now we've only got a few more stitches to go. We'll see if we have enough time to finish it. But what I want you to see is that I've got a piece of what looks like plastic. Now, it's really not plastic. What it is a water-soluble stabilizer. That's something that's a very good addition when you're embroidering with knits, so these stitches don't sink down into that little rib knit of the t-shirt. One more thing you see, I've got a box around my design. Now, what in the world is that for? It's called a basting box. We can add that at the machine or we can add it at the software. What that does is holds that stabilizer in place, keeps everything firm and secure. When we're all done, we simply snip those stitches and we're good to go. Okay, so my design is just finishing up, and let's just recap just a little bit for the stabilizers. What we've done is we've layered fusible cutaway on the back, and I've got wash away on the top. So when we're done, we're going to have a beautiful design, something you can be proud of, something you could create for a special event, for a cause. You have a way to express yourself in stitches combining lettering and special designs.